Oh, good morning. Here we are in the Santa Monica mountain range. We're gonna be hiking all the way to the top of some of these very beautiful rock formations here. We'll also be able to go through a couple of different biomes today because we're gonna be going from the highest point in the Santa Monica range down into some canyon areas, and you know, hopefully we'll discover some things along the way. We are not very far into our hike and already we have found a plant friend, a Peruvian pepper tree, and they grow all over Southern California. If I crush a leaf and give it a smell, it smells like fresh cracked pepper, which is so lovely. They will be in the riparian zone, vocab word, of this chaparral region, second vocab word. It provides a lot of shade when it's grown and can be kind of a host tree to other species. Good job, pepper tree. What's up, little guy? You look like maybe a western fence lizard, looking at me like I'm a potential predator, but really I'm just your friend. Wow, it's like Pride Rock up here. It's the circle of life. Woo! That's a view. That's fantastic. We're gonna be getting down into some of these canyons more this way, but we're gonna get down there on this beautiful, hot, sunny day in the Santa Monica Mountains. So if you look around me right now, you'll notice that we have all of these completely bare, sort of spindly branches reaching up to the sky. These were burned in a semi-recent fire, I think back in 2018 or so. If you look below them, you see all this new growth. Often fire is not just a destructive force, but a regenerative force for an environment. It clears the brush underneath so that new growth has space and sunlight to come out. The ash can be very nourishing to new plants if it's not overwhelming. Regular controlled burns, something that has been in indigenous practice for literally millennia, actually help to preserve the health of the ecosystem. We're working on that here in California, getting back to indigenous fire practices as a way to rejuvenate the land. This land's rejuvenating pretty well. Yeah, I guess just another phenomenal vista point. Pretty warm day out here. The breeze is a mercy. Oh wow! Look at all these little poop holes. All the little holes in this rock are like filled with what I can only guess is like squirrel droppings. scatological identification skills are less than extraordinary, so forgive me if this is not squirrel poop. So this is a hollyleaf cherry. This plant is really having a time. Now this is the kind of plant where I would feel pretty comfortable were I to decide to eat one of these. Actually asking the plant for permission and picking something. It just falls right off. See, the plant's like, yes, please, take some. I need you to. And my guess is that this plant has a high incentive for its berries to be eaten so that the stones can be deposited in the animal's scat, and then that scat fertilizes the seed and it makes it easier for it to grow. So thank you, hollyleaf cherry. I don't think I'm going to eat this, but I will leave it somewhere a bird can find it. Like right here. So I'm at this point 17 weeks out from ACL surgery on my left knee. My left leg is about 50% as strong as my right. It's definitely strong enough now to be doing the hikes like this. I do like having a walking stick to be safe. I don't know if you remember from last episode how shaky my descent was, and I've made some progress. You might see.
Go, Johnny, go! Go! Johnny,
All right. Here's our offshoot for the Echo Cliffs, which is a rock climbing site. As you can tell from this very obvious rock climbing icon, we're gonna wander on down these rocks and check out the Echo Cliffs up close and personal. Yee-hoo! Woo! Wow. Oh, I can see why they call the Echo Cliffs. Here we are at the bottom of the Echo Cliffs, one of Southern California's premier rock climbing sites. And I already see some bolts for some sport climbing over there. Seems like a really nice spot for maybe a shady snack. What a mercy a tree like this is in this hot, steep, mostly exposed mountain range. You want to make sure that you have all the supplies that you need, even on a simple day hike like this. We'll just do a quick pack review. I have 2.5 liters of water, first aid kit, a UV protection shirt, some towels, because you should never forget to bring a towel, banana, and of course our main meal today, a pre-made sandwich. So we'll have plenty on our hike here today. It's enough. I forgot a hat though. You should always bring a hat. And that's our pack. Probably going to be our most wildlife likely zone, so we're going to come in a little quiet. This beautiful tree, it's a sycamore. It's an indicator species. If I'm not mistaken, Tongva, Chumash, other indigenous cultures would use this tree as an indicator that there was abundant water nearby, because these trees can't survive without perennial water source. That is pretty significant. Trail sandwich is always better than a non-trail sandwich. Hi, little bird friend. You eyeing my sandwich? Have you learned that crumbs happen when sandwiches come out? Just wants a bed in my sandwich. So here is the trail to Balance Rock, which is sort of an offshoot from our maintained trail. As you can see, it's a non-maintained trail by the National Park Service. People walk it, so it stays somewhat maintained. It's not well maintained. We made it to Balance Rock. This is not a recommended climb. Adventure at your speed. I can go the distance. It's not easy holding up a giant rock like this. So you may have noticed I've donned my sun shirt. It's very warm out, and the sun is directly overhead, so we're trying to stay out. You know, it's pretty hot out here. It's middle of the week, and we didn't see very many cars in the parking lot, which means we're pretty much alone out here. And we haven't run into any other people, which can be very, very peaceful and lovely, but you also have to be aware of the level of risk you take at being the only people out on a trail. You have to know what your plan is if something goes wrong. So always good if you're going, especially alone, to let somebody know where you're gonna be and when you expect to be back. Not only do I have a buddy here, Nate, the cameraman, but both my wife and others know where I am today, right now, and when I'm meant to return. But while you're out here and it's safe, it is pretty fantastic to just be still in nature. I mean, look at this view. Breeze is a mercy. We're going to hit the juncture of the Backbone Trail. It says here in 0.3 miles. Get to the actual Sandstone Peak in 1.5 miles. And then Yerba Buena Road, where we parked the car, is another 2.8. So we're more than halfway done. It's warm out here, but it's still extremely pleasant. The breeze is really saving us. And we got some really spectacular vistas ahead of us, so we're gonna soldier on here. There she blows. Sandstone Peak. And we are almost there, folks. It's just a few hundred sweaty steps to go. So let's go. Woo! Woo! Oh, wow. That's nice. Hey, look. See the car. Well, we made it to the top of Sandstone Peak. Time for packs off, take a little rest, and appreciate the journey we just had. Give some appreciation to our bodies. Check our water supplies, because it has been a hot one. And yeah, I don't know how much water we have left, honestly, so let's check that out. So we'll have plenty on our hike here. So it's not very much. It's enough. We have about 1.5 miles to 2 miles to the car. So that means that we didn't quite pack enough water today. Cameraman Nate has about a ½ liter himself. So between us, 1 liter for 2 miles on a hot day after plenty of hiking already. You know, don't want to be dehydrated out here. There we are, back at the stem of the giant lollipop. We have completed the Mishe Mokwa Sandstone Peak loop, and now we just have the quick jaunt back down to the car, and we'll call it a day.
Any last thoughts to make our way back to the car?
Yeah, well, I mean, do you guys want to see how we did? End of the hike, we have gone 7.4 miles. With 6 hours of moving time. We saw the Echo Cliffs, we saw Balance Rock, we met some new plant friends, we had a bird visitor that tried to steal my sandwich, and we did a handstand at Inspiration Point. I think it was a pretty damn good day. Hope you like and subscribe. Hope you join us for the next one. This is Johnny Wanders, signing off.